Good morning, student. Today we are going to discuss separation techniques. First separation technique for discussion is chromatography. Now, what is the chromatography? Chromatography is separation technique which is used in analytical chemistry. The word chromatography is derived from Greek word meaning color, that is chroma, and right means graphy. This technique was first used by Russian botanist M. Svet in 906 for separation of color plant pigments on column of alumina. Now, chromatography is defined as physical method of separation in which components are separated by distribution between two phases. The phase that has a large surface area and remains steady is called as stationary phase, while the other moves through stationary phase is called as mobile phase. This point is important. Generally it is asked in short questions. Mixture of various components is equilibrated between two phases. Separation of this component takes place either by mechanism of adsorption or partition. Now we are going to see classification of chromatography. Chromatography is basically classified into two types. First is adsorption chromatography. Second is partition chromatography. Your adsorption chromatography is further classified as liquid solid chromatography and gas solid chromatography. Your partition chromatography is also further classified as gas liquid chromatography and liquid liquid chromatography. Now we are going to see what is mean by adsorption chromatography. In this technique, separation of component takes place on the basis of difference in their adsorption properties on solid stationary phase. Here one phase is always solid. So in adsorption chromatography, one phase is always solid. Depending on the mobile phases, adsorption chromatography is classified into two types. First type is liquid solid chromatography, shortly abbreviated as LSC. In this technique, the stationary phase is a solid while mobile phase is liquid. Students should note that stationary phase always written after your mobile phase. So different component adsorb to different extent on stationary phase. The less adsorbed component is taken away first by mobile phase, while strongly adsorbed component is eluted afterwards. Example of liquid solid chromatography are column chromatography, ion exchange chromatography, thin layer chromatography. It is shortly abbreviated as TLC. Now, second type of adsorption chromatography is glass solid chromatography, shortly abbreviated as GSC. In this method, the stationary phase is solid while a mobile phase is a gas. So, while writing the name of the technique, student should always remember that mobile phase written first, then stationary phase is written. While mobile phase is gas, it is carried out at very high temperature so that analyte remains in gaseous phase. Second type of chromatography is partition chromatography. In this technique, one of the phase is always a liquid. So in adsorption chromatography, one of the phase is always solid, while in partition chromatography, one of the phase is always liquid. Different component gets dissolved in a liquid to different extent and thus get separated from each other depending on the other phase. It can be classified into two types: gas liquid chromatography. So from the name we can see that your mobile phase is gas, and your stationary phase is liquid. So shortly it is abbreviated as GLC. When stationary phase is liquid and mobile phase is gas, the chromatography method is called as GLC. The stationary phase is liquid immobilized on a solid support like silica gel. Second type of your partition chromatography is liquid chromatography, and it is shortly abbreviated as LLC. So here is your mobile phase is liquid and your stationary phase is also a liquid. So when both stationary and mobile phases are liquid, the technique is called as LLC. The two liquids are immiscible. It is important. Two liquids are immiscible with each other. Generally, one liquid is organic while other is inorganic. Difference between solubility of the component in these two liquids acts as a basis of separation. Example is paper chromatography, solvent extraction, etc. Now just see what we discussed up to it. It is written in short form in this table. So it is a stationary phase column, it is mobile phase column, it is name of method, this is the example. So if your stationary phase is solid and mobile phase is liquid, so name of that technique is liquid solid, because mobile phase is written first, so it is liquid solid chromatography. Example is ion exchange or and TLC. If your stationary phase is solid, mobile phase is gas, then name of method is gas solid chromatography. Example is GSC. If your mobile phase is liquid and stationary phase is also liquid, then name of method is liquid chromatography. Example is paper chromatography, solvent extraction method, HPLC. If your mobile phase is gas, stationary phase is liquid, then it is known as gas liquid chromatography. Example is GLC. So we are now going to discuss paper chromatography. Now what is the principle of paper chromatography? It is the type of partition chromatography in which a mixture of substances is distributed between two liquids. So it is a liquid chromatography. One liquid is held in the fibers of paper called as stationary phase. So in a paper chromatography, your stationary phase is liquid while the other is a moving liquid called mobile phase. So your paper chromatography is basically a type of liquid chromatography. In a paper chromatography, the stationary phase gets generally water. It is immobilized in the fiber of filter paper. Mobile phases is generally an organic solvent immiscible with water. Various components when distributed between water and other liquid get dissolved in these two liquids in different proportion. When mobile phase moves over stationary phase, equilibrium is established at every stage of partition. They get separated on the basis of difference in partition coefficient of various components. Now we are going to see how the technique is work. So preparation of sample solution. First part is preparation of your sample solution and application of paper. Paper chromatography assembly consists of jar containing the mobile phase, that is liquid. The liquid may be pure solvent or a mixture of two solvents in a fixed proportion. This liquid is placed at the bottom of the jar. So see here, it is this liquid which is elutant solvent. It is placed at the bottom of your jar. This is a Whatman filter paper on which spot is applied. A filter paper strip is cut in proper size. So it is talking about this filter paper. The mixture is applied in the form of small spot near one end of the filter strip. So mixture is basically applied on your filter paper. The paper is generally a Whatman filter paper. It is not a ordinary filter paper. The filter paper which are generally used in paper chromatography, it is special filter paper known as Whatman filter paper number 1 or 2 depending on the rate of flow required. Now running of chromatograph. Now just student should look this diagram carefully. The spot which of mixture is applied and this filter paper dip in your elutant. The pot should be above the solvent level. So paper is dried completely and dip in the solvent placed in the jar. This liquid is called elutant and the process is called elution. Elutant used is generally a mixture of organic solvent and water in fixed proportion. Experimental arrangement is shown in following figure, that is this. Experimental arrange, the elutant starts moving in upward direction due to the capillary action. As we know that due to the capillary action, this elutant solvent goes upward. Of the elutants start moving in upward direction by capillary action of the filter paper. Various components of mixture move at different speed. So just see here, in this glass jar, a elutant, that is solvent, is taken. This solvent is generally a mixture of water and other organic solvent. A sample is put it on your Whatman filter paper in the form of dot, and this sample strip, Whatman filter paper strip, is put in the solvent, taking the precaution that your solvent level should not go above the sample spot. Once it is placed in this jar, the solvent move upwards in your filter paper and due to the capillary action, and because of that the component in the mixture which are present in the spot gets separated out, and we got this type of separation strip, or your component gets separated like which is shown in this diagram. So it is the paper strip, it is the solvent front. What is solvent front? It is the maximum distance covered by your solvent. It is sample spot after elution. So it is the sample spot which go upwards due to the capillary action, and different components are generally get separated. And sample spot, the position of it is the position of sample spot which is applied at the starting of your experiment. So RF factor is equal to y divided by x. So y is what? Distance traveled by your component in the mixture, and what is x? It is the distance traveled by solvent, that is solvent front. So this is basically a diagram of your ascending chromatography. So now we are going to see types of paper chromatography technique. So paper chromatographic technique is classified into generally 4 types. First is ascending paper chromatography. In this technique, the elutant is taken at the bottom of the jar. So this is the diagram of your ascending paper chromatography. And elution takes place in upward direction. Flow of elutant takes place due to the capillary action against the gravitational force, and thus takes more time and result in better partition of components. Second type of paper chromatography is descending paper chromatography. In this technique, elutant is stored at the top and moves along in downward direction. So just see the diagram here. The chamber, this is a chamber in upward. This chamber contains your elutant solvent and it is placed at the top. and from top to bottom basically your elutant move top and moves along in downward direction. This takes less time as the movement is in the directional of gravitational force. In this technique, the component with a low RF value are resolved better than ascending method. The experimental arrangement is shown in this diagram. So basically in this diagram we see that elutant are placed at the top of the jar and your filter paper. So flow of elutant, that is solvent, is from top to bottom. So third technique is radial paper chromatography. It is generally less used method. Rarely this method is used. Here a sample is applied at the center of the circular paper and developed by wick. Now what is wick? Wick is a bend downward at 90 degree and deep in elutant. So elution takes place radially and thus it is known as radial chromatography. So it is the systematic diagram of your radial chromatography. So just see here, these circles, it is generally a circular fringes of your filter paper. This is the wick and it is the elutant which is placed at the bottom of the jar. Now two-dimensional paper chromatography. In this technique, rectangular or square paper is used. Sample is applied at the one of the corner. So see here, this is the rectangular paper and sample is applied at the bottom of your paper. The first development is made as ascending chromatography. Then this paper is when the mixture is put in the form of dot on your filter paper, then this filter paper is basically deep in a elutant in ascending chromatography. So in this jar that strip is put, then paper is turned at a right angle and again development is carried out in the similar manner. So first this paper put in this way and then the second development is done and paper is put at a right angle in your jar. For second development, either same or different solvent can be used. This technique is very useful when mixture contains large number of components with a close RF value. So in our next class, we are going to see some of the applications of your chromatography and numerical based on chromatography. Thank you very much.